Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to read coordinates in the first quadrant of a Cartesian plane. So imagine I have this first quadrant. Okay, I took the first quadrant from a Cartesian plane, and we have this set of points, and we need to read the coordinates. Okay, so here I have the letters, and I have to read the coordinates. Now the coordinates are the location, okay, um, of the points which are shown in a plane, in the Cartesian plane. Okay, so we have to read their location. Now, how can you read? First of all, here you have the first quadrant, as I have said before. This part of the number line, okay, this horizontal line is called the x-axis. Okay, and this vertical number line is called the y-axis. Now, in order to read points, in order to read the locations of the letters, I have first to read from the x-axis, so your first number should be taken from the x-axis, okay, from here. And then you have to go up according to the y-axis. So first you read from the x-axis and then you read the numbers from the y-axis. Okay, so this is how you are going to write down a coordinate. Okay, it is called an ordered pair. You have to use brackets. Okay, the first number should be taken from the x-axis, comma, the second number should be taken from the y-axis. Okay, so let us start reading the positions of the letters. So first we have A, and A is here. Now, first you have to read the position of A from the x-axis. Okay, so if always start from the zero, you need always to start from the 0 point. Okay, from here. So first you have to move from the zero, move with your finger, and here you have the position 7. Okay, so the x-axis here should be 7. Therefore, that is my first number. Since I have moved 7 to the right, now I have to go up. Okay, now how many spaces did I go up? I went up one space. Okay, and if you can see here on the y-axis, you should find the number 1. Therefore, the y coordinate, the y point position is 1. So how did I move to get to A? I have moved from 0. I moved to the right on the x-axis 7 boxes and 1 box up. Okay. In order to correct your position, you can always draw simple dotted lines. Okay. So from the point, draw a dotted line touching until the x-axis, and from the point again you can draw another dotted line touching the y-axis. Okay, and that should help you out to understand and read properly your coordinate. So what number is touching my x-axis here? The number 7 um, is found on the x-axis. Now that 7 is the first number. The second number should be taken from the y-axis, which is touching the y-axis, the 1. Okay, so A is touching the 1 here. So the second point, y, is 1. Okay, easy as that. Okay, let us read the other points. Now we have B. So always start from the origin, the 0 point. Okay, first you have to move along the x-axis. So here he didn't move much, he stayed on the 0 position. Therefore, x here is 0. The second point consists of moving up in the y-axis. So he stayed on the 0, okay, and he moved up on the y-axis and he moved 1 up. Therefore, my coordinate point of B is 0, comma 1. Now let us find C. Okay, let us find the location of C. C is here. You can always draw a dotted line to help you out, okay? For example, something like this. If you don't need to, if you don't want to count the boxes, you can always draw a dotted line, two dotted lines coming out from C, one touching the x-axis and one touching the y-axis. Now, as you can see, it is made much more simpler to read the coordinate. So the first number here should be taken from the x-axis. So here, my point C touched 9 on the x-axis, therefore it had moved 9 spaces to the right. Now, what is touching the y-axis? The C point is touching 5 here. Therefore, our coordinate point, the location of C, is found at 9, okay, 9 to the right and 5 up. And there you have your answer. Okay, so let us find the location of D now. Alright, you can use the dotted line as well, okay, to help you out. So take out two lines coming out from the position of D. Okay, always use a pencil and a ruler. Okay, use a pencil so that if you make mistakes, you can always rub it off. Now, what is the location? What is the coordinate of point D? Okay, so D is touching 8 on the y-axis and it is touching 1 on the, sorry, I made a mistake. It is touching 8 on the x-axis and it is touching 1 on the y-axis. Okay, alright, so that was point D. Now, let us find the location of E, which is here, up here. Okay, I'm not going to draw a dotted line, okay? So by now you should understand more how to move. You can use your finger, okay, to move alongside x on the x-axis and on the y. So how did he move to get to E? So he moved 7 boxes to the right. Okay, so always start from the 0. He moved 7 and he went up 8 boxes. You can see from here. Okay, therefore my coordinate here is 7, comma 8. Right? Letter F here. So first you start from the 0 position, you move 3 to the right. Now, did he went up or down on the y-axis? No, he basically stayed on the x-axis. Therefore, the coordinate should be 3, since he moved 3 to the right, comma, since he stayed on the 0 line. Okay, you see here 0. Therefore, the y point should be 0. Letter G. Now G is here. So how did he move? He moved 3 to the right and 4 up. Therefore, the coordinate is 3, comma 4. Letter H, which is here, he moved 6 to the right and 8 up. Therefore, the coordinate should be 6, comma 8. Letter I. Okay, so letter I is here. He moved 8 to the right and 2 up. Always move on the x-axis first and then go up, reading from the y-axis. Last point, which is here. Okay, so you always start from the origin, the 0 point. You move 9 to the right and 1 up. Therefore, the coordinate here is 9, comma 1. Okay, thank you. I hope this helped you out in reading coordinates in the first quadrant. Thank you for watching.